House Speaker Mike Johnson pushing Bondi to do a little bit more, though. Watch.
She needs to come forward and explain that to everybody. I like Pam. I mean, I think she's done a good job. We need the DOJ focusing on the major priorities. So let's get this thing resolved.
Well, today, President Trump, who's been tamping down the Epstein story and endorsing Pam Bondi, gave her some new latitude.
The Attorney General's handled that very well. She's really done a very good job. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release.
Welcome back, and thanks for choosing to hang out with your host, the Conservative Bird, and me, Double D, and you're on the Brick Road Podcast.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Before we get into everything, please make sure to hit that like, hit that share, hit the subscribe, and smash the notification for us. It's the free and easy way to help get our content out as much as possible. Also, if you could, try and watch at least 60% of this video. It really helps out a lot.
We both appreciate it for sure. And before we get started, hey, Bert, I got a question for you.
Yep.
Last week I was in New York City, as you know, on vacation, which is why we're a week late. And the feeling right now, obviously, there is about the mayor. So my question to you is, you know where I stand. I kind of myself have been endorsing Curtis Sliwa, the Republican candidate.
Yeah. But
I'm also a realist. So I ask you, Bird, what do you think our best chances for New York City are? And what do you think New York's best chances are?
In all honesty, the best possible outcome is Eric Adams becoming the mayor again there. And I say that because at least he's a man with common sense. And I don't know much about the Sliwa guy, but I will say this. I don't think a true Republican has a chance in hell in New York City right now, at least not yet. So at least Eric Adams is the lesser of two evils, I guess the best way to put it. He's willing to at least keep his city safe from what it seems, with agreeing with Trump about getting rid of the illegals, with wanting to make it a little bit safer there. I know he was once a cop, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, he was actually the chief of police for a while. And to be entirely honest, the city is actually safe again. Believe it or not, it's the first time since 2019 they had 0 murders or shootings. Not always a murder out of a shooting, but 0 shootings on the 4th of July this year in New York City.
That's definitely a positive. That is definitely a positive. So I don't know. It seems like, for real, the best case scenario to me is Eric Adams. I don't know. I never thought I would say that, but it seems to be the truth.
I think I kind of agree with you on that. Again, like I said, I do endorse the Republican candidate, but I'm also a realist. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening either. I mean, Giuliani was the exception, and what a great exception he was. I mean, dude, he got reelected both times. I mean, at 12 years he was there as their mayor, and it was probably the best. It was probably the safest the city's ever been, but but that's not going to happen this time, and we both know it. And Mamdani, he's dangerous. He's a dangerous man. Yeah. And later on, we're going to get into that. And Vivek Ramaswamy had a little surprise for him, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into this stuff. So we're finally getting a little bit transparency about the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, it's terrible, everything that was going on. I want the list to be out. But people that are completely turning on Trump because of this, we don't even know, number one, what exactly is in the files. We don't know what Trump, if he was there, was doing there. We just don't know. We don't know anything. And everybody's just going based on raw feelings and emotions instead of realizing we have a great economy right now. The tariffs are working.
Unemployment is low. I think it's down to right around 3% right now.
Unemployment is very low.
Inflation is low.
The big beautiful bill. The big beautiful bill was passed.
Has been passed.
So I get it. You know, it's a terrible thing that happened. It's sick and it's demonic, but like we don't know. So why crucify somebody for something we don't really know yet, regardless of anything?
Exactly. You know what else, though, Bird? You know what I'm kind of thinking? I'm thinking it's kind of a slow week in the news. And so now they're really pushing this Epstein thing because there's nothing left to push.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? And I mean, they wore out
well, honestly,
Alcatraz, so they wore that one out. So.
It seems like it's like the Trump, it's like the Democrats' Joker card. Like, you know, it's like their last minute thing that they're going to try and do.
Which is ironic. Because there's so many Democrats that are on that list. I mean, Bill Clinton is going to be implicated. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. But like I said, we don't know who's really on there yet. So we'll see. You know, if they do, if the list ever does actually get released, I'm not going to let something like this completely drag me down for the rest of my life.
No. And another question for you, Bird. I mean, before we run the video, I mean, honestly, is the Epstein thing at this point? I mean, the man is dead, correct?
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell is serving the time for it, and I believe she was denied early release or lowering her time or whatever. They denied her.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, and half the people that are going to be on that list don't even have that many years left to begin with. Look at Slick Willie don't got that much time left.
No,
look at him.
Like I said, to be fair, we don't know who's on the list yet.
We don't.
All we know is the list that we've seen from the internet that could not be the real list, or it could be the real list. We don't know.
It could be. It could be, or it could not be. That's where we're at right now. Yeah, for sure.
So we've been, you know, getting a lot of heat. Trump's been getting a lot of heat because of no transparency. So it seems like at least we're getting some calls, and it seems like he's telling Bondi to at least release what she feels is credible. Now, I don't know how much I trust her, and I'm not going to lie, she might be a DEI hire. I think we'll see within the next year or two how good she really is at her job. But
I'm not thinking she'll be there in a year or two. I think she's going to be gone.
Especially, don't quote me on this. I think Bongino's gone already. I'm not too sure.
It kind of looks that way, but then it kind of don't because nobody's saying anything yet.
Right.
But I here's the thing: Bongino left a very successful career.
Yeah, he was a very successful podcaster.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's actually one of the pioneers of what we're doing right now, and extremely good at it, by the way.
Right.
And so here he is, you know, sacrificing all that, and for what? To be that what he's at? What is he? The one of the directors in the FBI or something like that.
Yes.
I actually forgot what his title is.
Yeah, I believe he was the director of the FBI.
Okay, so I got that right. So bottom line is he walked away from millions to take a job that pays probably $175,000 to $225,000 a year. I mean, that's a hell of a pay decrease to do something. And why did he do it? Because he believed in it. He worked for the Secret Service for all those years.
Right.
Pretty much made his entire career in law enforcement. So he believed in what he was doing.
Yeah.
So as I was saying before the electrical storm cut me out and knocked out my internet, Dan Bongino left a very successful career to go and, you know,
he really
to make
did
a fraction.
As well as Cash Patel.
As well as Cash Patel. So I don't blame him for really, I mean, this is important to him. I think if they want to keep him, they're probably going to have to give in and allow something to be released.
Which I think this is what Mike Johnson's here to talk about.
Exactly.
So let's get this thing resolved.
Well, today, President Trump, who's been tamping down the Epstein.
I'm sorry, we were a little bit ahead.
But first, breaking tonight, President Trump says his attorney general should release whatever documents she thinks are credible concerning the late businessman and convicted sexual predator, Jeffrey.
Don't you guys think like all documents are credible?
I would think so. I mean, if
unless
it's
they've
in
been
there,
unless they've been tampered with, that's the only thing that's not credible.
but exactly, that would be the only thing. Because otherwise, even if it's just accusation or just hearsay, when they're doing an investigation, all that stuff counts for at least as leads or leading to what they're trying to figure out, you know?
Exactly.
Free Epstein. It's his latest comment in the ongoing controversy that has split many of the president's supporters. Meanwhile, there is new pressure tonight on Attorney General Pam Bondi from an unlikely spot, the top Republican in the House, the Speaker. Correspondent David Spahn has the story for us tonight. Good evening, David. I mean, this story does not go away here.
It's really not right now, at least, Brett. And Attorney General Pam Bondi is breaking her silence on this Epstein matter following a week of intense blowback from the MAGA base. She says, though, she's staying put despite calls for her to go.
I'm going to be here for as long as the president wants me here, and I believe he's made that crystal clear. It's 4 years, well, 3.5 now, right? Do you want anything else?
Bondi, at an unrelated event on fentanyl today, declined to expand on the reported fracture in her relationship with Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino.
That's what he is, a Deputy FBI Director.
Deputy FBI
Who
Director.
threatened last week to quit over the DOJ's closure of the Epstein case with a 2-page memo.
I'm not going to discuss personnel matters. I think we all are committed to working together now to make America safe again, and that's what we're doing.
I mean, I feel like that's the goal right now. You know, this Epstein stuff is terrible, but let's worry about the right now and not worry about the past so much, because the right now, everything he's doing for us right now is doing good for our country. He's getting rid of all the illegals. Our illegal immigration, even coming in now, is low. Like I think there was a month where no one came in illegally. Not one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was, I mean, like, what is that? The whole month of May, really? Like, the whole month of May, and I believe the whole month of June, right?
Like our everything's going great right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I don't know how to look at it. It's just weird.
I think this is kind of a smokescreen being thrown up by the liberal media, and because they're really the ones who are pushing it the hardest.
Yeah.
I mean, we're using the Fox information on this, which is, you know, because it was very detailed and very objective. But I agree with you, Bert. I think it's a waste of time. Honestly, the hell with the Epstein files. I don't even want to know who's on it anymore, to be honest.
Right. Like,
I really don't.
At the end of the day, let God sort them out.
Exactly. At this point, I mean, we're almost 7 years down the road from it. Yeah. I mean, Epstein's been dead since 19. Maxwell's already serving, you know, what she got, a 20-year sentence or whatever.
Something like that.
She basically took the fall for it. And again, you're going to find people on there who, you know, I mean, I don't know why the libs are pushing it so hard, because they, you know, what's the old saying? Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
Yeah, it's true.
Speaker Mike Johnson pushing Bondi to do a little bit more, though. Watch.
She needs to come forward and explain that to everybody.
Listen, I do agree with that. The way that it was talked about and the way they handled it was completely wrong. For me, if I was Trump, I would have been like, hey, you know, let's worry about what's going on right now. And then when things are better, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's most important right now is the deportations. All right, that's still number one, because we got anywhere between 10 and 20 million illegals running around, and we have no idea where half of them are, most of them for that matter. And right now, that's prime objective is deport the illegals, get the economy stable again, which I think that is already happening.
It's coming back.
So the economy's stabilizing. We're getting good on that. But yeah, I mean, this Epstein thing is just a train track in the way, bro.
It sucks because they're trying to tarnish us.
Well, yeah, they are, and they're trying to tarnish Trump, and that's really all this is about. And they'll eat their own to destroy him.
Oh, we already know that. We already know that.
He can't run again.
Yeah, so what are they going to do?
What's the point?
What's the
point? You got Gavin Newsom ripping on JD Vance for being at Disney World or Disneyland out
with his family.
With his family, yeah, dude, he was ripping on him about being out there, and he was basically talking about while illegals are being picked up off the street and deported, and he was like, "I hope you enjoy your time at Disneyland while other people are when I forgot exactly what it said, but basically JD Vance was like, yeah, we're having a wonderful time. Thank you.
Right. Douchebag.
Because JD is a savage, man.
Yeah, he is.
And none of this is going to tarnish him.
What do you expect somebody not to be a dad?
Pretty much, that's how. Well, it's Gavin Newsom, dude. He doesn't know how to be a father. He don't even know how to be a man.
Yeah,
he doesn't even know how to be a man. I mean, he's a girly boy, and he knows it.
That's true. That is
done a good job. We need the DOJ focusing on the major priorities. So let's get this thing resolved.
Well, today, President Trump, who's been tamping down the Epstein story and endorsing Pam Bondi, gave her some new latitude.
The Attorney General's handled that very well. She is.
No, she hasn't.
She's really done a very good job. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release.
However, Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, says it may not be up to Bondi.
Many of the things that are being suppressed by two judges in Manhattan, and they're doing it largely to protect the alleged accusers who are, in the view of the judges, victims. Pam Bondi and the Justice Department and Donald Trump are not responsible for that.
Oh, wow.
He makes a really good point, man. Way to go, Dershowitz. He makes a really good point because that is true. I mean, this may not even be in their power to begin with.
That's why.
Why are we wasting time on it?
Part of the reason, Ghislaine.
Alan Dershowitz tells the truth, man.
No,
he does.
What he's saying makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, the judges are protecting victims, too.
I'll guarantee them two Manhattan judges are liberals.
Probably. I think we could say that's a 99 out of 100% chance. So
Maxwell, former girlfriend and associate to Jeffrey Epstein, is appealing her conviction to the U.S. Supreme Court. But Brett, the DOJ is asking the Supreme Court to deny Maxwell's review of the case and leave her in prison where she's serving a 20-year sentence for conspiring with Epstein in his abuse of underage girls. Right.
But what's interesting is if Dershowitz is right, and it seems like he is pretty knowledgeable on this and has been a part of some of these cases, you wonder why the Attorney General is not saying all of that publicly, or the communication strategy here.
It's something that Dershowitz, says it's up to two different judges. President Trump today, for the first time, we've heard him say that she has some more latitude to give out some more information. So we're going to see if she does provide some more information.
We'll track it all here. David, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
What if it's kind of like a gag order type of thing?
it kind of is. And you know what? I think I might agree with Alan on this one, because there are, keep in mind, the more the stuff comes out, the more people are going to be hurt by it too. Not just the freaking, not just the alleged usual suspects either. The victims in this case are going to be hurt by it too. And there's a lot of victims who probably don't want themselves known. And look at the one, what was that, Giuffre? What is it? Didn't she just commit suicide recently?
Yeah, something happened with one of them females.
Yeah, she was the main. She was the main one. She was the blonde one with Prince Andrew. Yeah, she just died recently.
Man, so
very recently.
Here's the way I look at it: any of the alleged people involved, let's let God sort them out. You know what I mean?
That's right. You know what?
Because I'm not here to play God, and
the case is just at this point worn out, and it's just old news.
Right.
That just keeps creeping back because the liberal media won't let it go. And at the same time, like I said, they'll eat their own to get to Trump, though, and that's a fact.
Yeah. So let's get on to something funny. So
that sounds like a plan.
Bo Diddle, he's always getting into something, pissing somebody off, and you can tell he doesn't even really try to. He doesn't even have to try to piss these people off. It's like literally they're NPCs, so you could just trigger them with one type of thing, and they're instantly boom, we're going off. It's so funny how off the rails these people go. Let's check out what he's got to do.
He's really good at making them go off the rails. All he's got to do is show up. That's it.
They get so mad at him.
She called me a racist MFer. Have I said anything racist? Hey, how's it going?
This is right-wing fascist media.
Fascist media? Well, let the 4th of July begin.
Oh, man, hit him. Time out for a
What's going
second.
on, guys?
I ain't gonna lie, dude. If I was down there interviewing those and one of those guys hit me, I would drop him like a bad habit. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, right.
I'd snag him up by his neck and just drop him.
Yeah.
Welcome back to a
That's
brand new
me.
YouTube video today. We're in Washington, D.C., and behind me is the 4th of July Refuse Fascism protest. Yep, you heard that right. People, instead of celebrating the 4th of July, are protesting President Trump. It's crazy, but anyway.
These are the people that hate America, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely hate America. Dude, I had somebody on Facebook telling me that today from Cleveland Heights. He was like, just so you know, Ed Anderson, I really hate this country, Ed. And
Right.
he spelled it with the 2 D's, so I know he was talking to me.
Right.
What are you going to do? My response was, America probably hates you too. You should probably go live in Russia or the CCP because we don't want you here anyway.
Guys can let me know down below what you guys think. The protest is about to begin, so let's get straight into it. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's hit 1,000 likes, 1,000 comments, 1,000 shares, 1,000,000 new subscribers. All right, enjoy the video. Make sure you do it. All right, so we're here. It's the 4th of July, and we're spending it protesting. What makes that so important on the 4th of July?
On the 4th of July, 4 years ago, that's when our grandfathers came out against the fascism, fought against the Nazis.
Why would somebody take so much time out of their day to make that flag? That is so weird, and that's like cult type shit right there.
Where's the picture of Cory Booker up there with his hand up in the Nazi salute?
Right, or the picture of Obama doing it, or the picture of Nancy Pelosi doing it, or the picture of Hillary Clinton doing it. Where's all those pictures at?
Yeah, it's amazing how the liberal hive mind thinks. It's very selective.
You can tell that they're out of touch because we don't even fuck with Elon no more.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, and they're still trying to trash Teslas. It's like, dude, are you serious?
Morons. They'll literally eat their own. They'll literally eat their own.
And what people don't understand is Tesla's not dying because everybody hates Elon. Tesla's dying because Nissan and Honda actually have better EV options. And their cars don't look like you're driving it through a Mad Max movie.
I do like the Cybertruck. I like it.
I do too, but those are made for a certain type of male. Males like you and I.
Yeah.
But males like him, no, he's driving the Honda, trust me.
No, he's driving.
Because 84 years ago. So it's important because right now we're reliving that. But I am a veteran, and so my oath to defend and support the Constitution has no expiration. So I am here because my oath tells me to be here. I have to be here. On the 4th, it makes it more poignant because last night the bill was passed to strip away rights for Americans, to strip away Medicare and so forth.
That's a lie.
Did he just say he's a veteran?
Yeah, that's a lie.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
He is the most oddest shit. Look at that waistline, dude. I have never met a veteran fresh out of the service. I mean, unless he's 50 years old, and he don't look 50 to me. He does kind of look like Al Gore, though. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he looks like
Al Gore with man boobs.
I'm not gonna lie. He looks like the one basketball player who didn't have any eyebrows.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
He used to play for the Dallas Mavericks. I think we were actually the Cavs were going to sign him at one point. They were talking about it at least, but they never did.
Well, I'm willing to bet the basketball player didn't have man titties though. Kevin
Garnett got a bunch of heat. Kevin Garnett got a bunch of heat because he was the type of basketball player to talk shit to people to really get in their head, and he told him he looked like a cancer patient.
This guy kind of looks. I mean, if he lost 100 pounds, he would look like a cancer patient.
You might be right, but yeah. So
I don't know. Maybe not.
You might be right. Kevin Garnett got a bunch of heat for saying that, though.
Did he really? It was a joke. Doesn't anybody got a sense of humor anymore?
No. Well, like Kevin Garnett came out. He's like, I didn't call him a cancer patient. I told him he's a cancer in the locker room.
There you go. I mean, there you go. If you look at his man titties, it's kind of stretching the flag a little bit. Do you see that?
It's true.
It looks like this.
A couple extra stars, and the stripes are a little longer.
Yeah. The stripes and stripes are a little bit longer. Yeah,
Affecting every part of our life.
If our founding fathers was here today, what do you think they would say?
So what's that vulgar, whatchamadoodly do?
I'm not gonna lie, that is creative, but it is creepy at the same time.
It is way creepy, man. Way creepy. He looks like he's got liver disease too. See how his side is bulging out?
Yeah, dude. Oh man,
he might want to lay off the meth and liquor.
In the White House, he's illiterate. Well, compared to them, he can barely write. He's a bad speaker, and he just spouts off. He doesn't think about anything. He's just vacuous, unattractive. They wouldn't understand what he's doing.
Why do you care if he's attractive?
Because he's probably gay.
It's so funny, dude.
No,
we're
all
right, let's go.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and roll. Let that clip roll, Bird.
Yeah, let's put it that way.
If you were to remove one state from America, which one would it be and why?
I have to think for a second because I have friends that live in most of these states. I want to get them out first. Then I'd say Texas.
Okay.
Why Texas? It's the freest state in the country.
Absolutely. And well, Florida and Texas, definitely. And after Vivek becomes governor, so will Ohio.
Texas. Why Texas?
Because Texas is not only a major part of the problem, but it's the biggest one. The other one that came to mind was Florida, and Texas is just bigger than Florida.
Okay, fair enough. More electoral votes too.
Basically, yeah.
All right. And last question for you, or one of the last. If our founding fathers was here today, what do you think they would say?
Their heads would explode. This is so far removed from what they had in mind. And this all would have started for them when the Supreme Court ruled last year that the president has immunity. That was what opened the gates. But even that right there, all of the founding fathers would have thought, no, we didn't go through all this. We didn't fight a war, so one person can do whatever he wants.
And I said last question.
He's not doing whatever he wants. He's doing what we voted for him to do.
Yeah, that's right. I was about to say, and this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. If the forefathers were alive today, they would look at. If Thomas Jefferson looked at his Democratic Party today, he would shake his head in disgust. The moment he saw Drag Queen Story Hour, he'd have threw up in his mouth.
He'd have sent them all back to the UK.
Hell yeah, where they belong. That's where all the freaks are anyway. They should send them over there.
Now it's after the last question. Your hat, 8647. What does that hat mean to you?
To me, it means Trump has to go. I don't really care.
No, it doesn't. They know what it means.
They know what it means.
And they just don't want. They don't want to say it because they don't want to look bad.
Right. He doesn't want to say it. Jesus Christ! It's still. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna have to edit the shit out of this one.
Yep.
It's not even thundering this time.
Short of violence, but we know what the 8647 means, right?
It's very subjective. It depends on who.
86 basically just means get rid of, and 47 is his presidential.
Nice try.
And like James Comey, when he posted 8647, everyone was saying that he was calling for an assassination. Do you see your hat representing an assassination?
No, I do not. And while we're on the subject of James Comey, he can say what he wants now, but I think he, more than any other person, is responsible for the situation we're in, the way he brought up Hillary Clinton's emails a week before the 2016 election.
I'm with Frontlines.
Frontlines? That's not PBS Frontlines, it's some other Frontlines.
Correct, yeah.
Are you guys on social media?
You can find it on Twitter.
Is it like... Okay, so you're not here for... What are you here for?
This dude's confused.
Yeah, he's like, what are you here for?
What does it matter? They're in a public they're in a public park.
Yeah, they're in a public park holding a rally, and honestly, there's what you got to have a permission slip now to go to a rally for the libs.
You're allowed to be there and ask questions if you want to ask questions. I don't understand what this guy's even bothering.
You know what I love about, what I hate the most about liberals is they're picking and choosing of the First Amendment. It seems like the only time the First Amendment and even the Second Amendment applies is when it's only benefiting them.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're a bunch of freaking communists who'd rather do away with the Bill of Rights and the Constitution.
I'm just here to ask questions. That's what I always do. I've already talked to the media girl. Well, you heard that, guys, and you didn't hear me. When I said to subscribe, you guys didn't take me serious. So now, actually do it. 1 million new subscribers right now. Subscribe. Enjoy the rest of the video.
We reject the scarcity mindset rooted in
security guards or something?
What did you say?
In the wealthiest nation on the earth, there is enough food to feed families.
All right. Well, let the 4th of July begin. Just so we're clear.
This is pathetic to me. I'm sorry. I mean, whatever. You wanna protest whatever you want, but this is to me just pointless and pathetic.
Well, what's crazy is if that girl wasn't so loud on the microphone, she makes it sound like there's a lot of people there with her very, very loud vocals. And there they are with an American flag again. I thought they hated that American flag. I thought it offended them.
Yeah,
I thought it was a flag of racism and oppression and white supremacy.
What it is they're trying to be clever and act like they're the American ones, so they want to wear the American stuff now.
Yeah. Well, I think America knows where they stand. I think we've seen enough of the snowflakes for the last 9 years to know exactly where they stand. It's that chameleons can change their colors. Liberals can't.
Yep.
It's the 4th of July. We're talking about refusing fascism. Is you're telling people, not even asking them, you're telling them not to speak to me. How are you going to be pro-free speech, pro-constitution, and then tell people, don't talk to him? You kind of see the hypocrisy in that?
He doesn't want to look any dumber. He doesn't want to look any dumber than he does, so he's just being quiet.
Is he a security guard or something? Is that what his job is? Or
yeah, that's what it seems like.
Okay.
He ain't no security guard though.
No, he seems very, very inept at his job. That's for sure.
Yep.
That our hope cannot rest upon the
Hey, how's it going?
This is right-wing fascist media.
Fascist media?
Oh, I get it. He's with the event. He's with the event, and what they do is they have people that wear these vests that look for social media influencers and try and discredit them as much as they can.
Well, one thing's for sure.
They do
he won't get run over by a car in the dark.
Yeah, that's true. They do it to Caitlyn Bennett all the time.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you're right. That one curly-haired girly boy.
Yeah.
Well, this is just a bald-headed girly boy, but either way, I don't know where they get their security. They keep talking about they want a civil war. Ooh, I don't know if they ought to be careful what they wish for, because this guy couldn't even hold my ball sack, let alone beat my ass.
Turning Point.
Are you familiar with Turning Point? Or just pro-America? Why are you trying to get behind the camera like you're not going to be the Karen of tonight's episode? Hey, can I ask you about your sign?
I know. For the polls to open during another election cycle to demand freedom.
I mean, do you want to talk since you want to
You're gay.
The center of the episode?
This is right-wing social.
I love your helmets. Could I ask you a question? That was loud.
Hey, the female bus driver, let him up.
Here, we'll pose for you.
don't need a pose. You don't look that great.
I know I'm sexy. She's talking about me, saying don't talk to me. That's like, you know, they're supposedly anti-fascism, but then they're telling people don't talk to me. When we're just American, I'm just here to be pro-America and ask questions.
What's wrong with being pro-America? That's what's wrong with these liberals.
Dude, they're not pro-America. They're pro-commie. They really believe that socialism and communism is democracy. They believe that shit.
It's idiocracy is what it is.
That's all. And you know what? In a way, they're kind of right because democracy is the majority rules, but they're not the majority.
No, so
they're not.
So now, and
they're about 25% of the country now.
Truth be told, we're a constitutional republic.
Yes. And we're a democratic republic, too, in the sense that we vote democratically for our representatives. To a more technical term would be representative republic. We democratically elect our representatives to represent us in Washington, and they're supposed to be doing the will of the people that elected them to that position.
Yep.
It really is that simple.
I mean, could I ask you a question? Yeah, I thought we were pro-America here, pro-democracy, pro-constitution, and
What are you with?
I'm with Frontlines. Could I?
This is fascist media. Don't talk to me.
Could I interest anyone
That
in
guy's a douche canoe,
How
man.
gay
He's a real
is this
douche.
dude, bro? This dude's gay as hell.
Yeah, he's got issues, bro. I don't know what his problem is,
Go back
man.
to
It's
last
like,
month.
yeah, he's got weird shit going on in his head, dude. He's like, don't talk to them. They're fascists. No, don't talk to them. That's what a fascist would actually do.
Right.
Don't talk to them. They would tell people how
They
to
would
think.
silence their opponents.
I mean, you know what? You know, just like I would trip one of these guys up and ask him to explain what fascism is without looking it up on Google.
quick interview? I just, you know.
Count as an interview?
It doesn't, no. That's, interview would be questions. Saying F off is not a question. Does she know that I'm not around? She probably is telling people not to talk to me. Guys, she's talking about me. Hey, guys.
We have a rally here.
I know, but you guys are, you know, telling people not to talk to me, so if you guys can make a scene for me, you know, maybe I should make a scene.
I agree.
That's true.
One question. Can I at least ask Pokemon? Just Pokemon. Just one question. My whole life, I thought Pokemon was pro-America. Maybe he or she is, but I gotta know. Pokemon, hey, how you doing?
This is a fascist media text-in.
No, you got Pokemon to turn around.
What a freaking goober.
This dude is a maggot.
Dude, they are the threat to democracy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're the threat to the Constitution, I'll tell you that.
They're a threat to America.
This guy, I mean, he should do the world a favor and just like throw himself off a building or something before the Palestinians do. You know what I mean? Save the Palestinians the work. Throw himself off the building.
How are you? How's your day?
Your face is almost as red as your shirt.
I know, I get
You don't have to talk
sunburned.
to these guys. They're not friendly.
It's okay.
They're alt-right. They're not going to use your words well.
I was just talking to her. I wasn't asking questions. It's okay. We can disagree and still be friends.
We don't think that they're going to use our words well. We don't think it's a good idea to talk to them.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. We can still be friends.
Wow. How pathetic are these people, dude?
Oh my God, who cares what she thinks? Doesn't she got a bus to go drive somewhere?
Jeez.
Not hardly.
Oh my God.
No.
Wow, man. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. They're unbelievable, dude. And they talk about, they say Trump's a threat to democracy and a threat to the Constitution. Oh my God. Trump's never tried to stop anybody from talking or speaking their mind. No. I've never seen him. I mean, I've seen him kick people out of his rallies because they were obnoxious and ornery.
Yeah.
But he even gave him a chance. He allowed You still allowed him to be obnoxious and ornery.
Go home to mommy.
That's right. Go home to mommy. You know what I mean? Like, but, don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Oh, my God. You know what? I got to give Bo Diddle some credit, man. He's a patient man.
Yeah, I love
because
Bo
I'll
Diddle.
tell you what, if that little ball-headed freak was following me around like that, dude, he would have kissed the back of my hand.
Yep.
More than once.
I love Bo Diddle. His content's great. And we love you guys. I think we're going to end it on that note.
Yeah.
Really
real quick before we end it.
Though, you know what? I gotta
let's at least show them the billboard that Vivek Ramaswamy put up in New York City.
Yes, let me switch.
You got to show them. We don't even. I'll explain it real quick. Here's the deal, guys. Vivek Ramaswamy put out an ad in New York City, telling basically, if you're not happy with Mamdani and the Zohan, it's time to flee New York and come to Ohio. And this is the billboard that he has put up in New York City, and it's running from Monday through Sunday, I believe. Right there. Check it out.
That's one
Is that cool or what? I love Vivek Ramaswamy. We are so lucky. Right now, he is leading with 56%, dude. There is nobody close to him. Nobody.
No.
Amy Acton is the only other one in double digits, and what I'm saying 11 or 12.
Actually, before we end it, I'm going to say this. We're on here. We talk about New York a lot. We talk about California. We need Vivek in Ohio. We need him. This is our bread and butter right here. This is the man that wants to get rid of property taxes.
Absolutely.
He wants to make things better for the everyday person, not just the rich people like all you people cry about. Trump's tax cuts weren't for the rich people. It was for everybody. No tax on tips isn't for the rich people. It's for the common everyday person. No tax on overtime is not for the rich. It's for the regular person. No tax on Social Security is not for the rich. It's for the regular person. This is where you people don't figure that out. Because they want to hate him so much that
I don't understand.
It doesn't matter.
Really fair.
It doesn't matter.
Here's what I want to know. Here's the question I have for you. And if there's any liberals out there in the comments, explain to me how cutting taxes on tips, how cutting taxes on Social Security, the income tax, and getting rid of state income tax and property income tax, tell me how that helps billionaires and doesn't help the middle class and the working class. If you can answer that logically, maybe you can change my mind.
Hey, Double D here. I have a question, right? So I started recently paying my own property taxes because I don't have a mortgage anymore.
Correct.
So I noticed how much money I give to the schools through my property tax, right?
It's 3/4 of it.
I don't have any kids, okay? So here's my thing.
Neither do I. My kids are all grown up.
Why is it that parents get a tax credit at the end of the year when I don't have any kids and I have to pay for their kids to go to school? Shouldn't I get that tax credit since I'm doing it and I don't even have kids?
Well, I know right now Donald Trump is looking to remove property taxes nationwide, and we already know where Vivek stands on that.
Right.
But yeah, I think we should get a tax break. I think we should get that.
It makes sense to remove it in Ohio because they're getting rid of the Department of Education. And most of our money goes to the Department of Education. There you go.
The administration. Not even the teachers.
Right, I'll be cool even if they just drop it to a fourth. All right. We're just paying a fourth.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
25%, but right now it's 3/4 of our actual property taxes.
It's pathetic. We don't need.
And for what? We still have kids who are graduating, and most of them who can't read or write, don't know anything about civics, nothing about history, nothing about math, nothing about science. We have a bunch of illiterates, and we're spending about $85,000 a student a year. For what?
Right.
For what? You might as well just send them to Harvard for that money.
So we need Vivek in Ohio. We really need him because he's the only one that's saying all the right things.
Yeah, he really is. And he's saying what I want to hear: no property taxes, no state income tax. Make education. I think I did my very first episode of Unapologetically Gen X was about Vivek and him wanting to do away with, he wanted to do away with the Department of Education, of course, but he also wanted to make sure that teachers were held accountable.
Right, which is exactly how it should be. Everybody should be held accountable. If you're in a place like Baltimore, for example, where none of the kids can read and write on an 8th grade level, somebody needs to be held accountable for that. Not just the parents, the teachers as well.
I mean, the way I see it, if your kid graduates high school and cannot properly read a newspaper, that was $85,000 a year per student wasted.
Yes, 1,000%.
No ifs, buts about it.
And
absolutely wasted.
It needs to stop. We need to cut back on all this wasteful spending, and we need to get our country back. Because if we don't get our country back, it's never coming back. And it might be and in all honesty, it might be too far gone.
At this point, it might be too late. You might be right. I hope that that's not the case. And if it is the case, I hope it waits till I'm gone then.
Yeah, I'm the type of person, I just live my life how I live my life, and that's all I could do.
Yeah, that's all any of us can do. And I'm really sick and tired of the liberals telling me how to live mine.
Yep.
That's for sure. If they want to live in their bubble, move to California and be in your bubble.
So if you're in Ohio, make sure you vote for Vivek Ramaswamy in the primaries and in the actual voting, because we need somebody like him here.
Absolutely. And I can say this, one thing's for sure, we may not agree on who, or may not 100% agree on who should be mayor of New York City, although I think we both can agree it should either be Eric Adams or Sliway.
Yeah.
But one thing we definitely can agree on, and will officially endorse Vivek Ramaswamy for governor of Ohio.
Oh,
that's
1,000%.
a no ifs, ands, no buts about it. 1,000%. We are all aboard the Vivek train, for sure.
You know what we need to really shake shit up here? We need a Republican mayor in Cleveland.
Yeah, that hasn't happened since George Voinovich.
I don't think it'll happen anytime soon either.
And if we do have another Democrat, maybe one like Michael White. Yeah. Mike White was a pretty good mayor.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, our mayoral race is actually what's the word I'm looking for? Nonpartisan.
Yeah. Now, Mayor Bibby, terrible.
Oh my God, dude, he's his legacy. Michael White's legacy is he saved the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Justin Bibb's legacy is going to be he lost them.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But, oh man,
it just is what it is.
Hey, it is what it is.
They're only going to Brook Park, so I'm not that worried about it.
Right off the freeway for me.
Yeah, I was about to say we could get there in about 7 minutes. So I mean, we're actually closer. So I have no problem with it going to Brook Park. What I do have a problem with is the wasted property. Anyway. Fair enough. But the property downtown, they better figure something out. That's all I can say.
I've only been to 2 Browns games in my life.
Really? That's it? Oh, okay.
One time with my dad when I was a kid, Bernie Kosar versus Brett Favre.
That was a good one to be at.
And then me and my friend randomly went to the game when Brandon Whedon got stuck under the American flag.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and we lost.
I remember that. Oh my God,
we lost to the Dolphins that day.
Yeah, we did. We sure did.
It was a home opener.
Yeah, that was.
I've went to more Cavs games than anything.
Fair enough.
Probably. I've went to a decent amount of Indians games too.
Yeah, and Guardians games for me now.
I haven't went to any Guardians games. I went to a decent amount of Indians games. I've actually got on TV the one time when we were going against the Detroit Tigers. Every time a left-handed batter came up, you could see me and my cousin. And,
oh, that's cool.
Dude, Ryan Rayburn played on the Tigers at that time. And everybody was quiet, and he came up to bat, and I just kept yelling at him, and I made him strike out, and he just looked at me and shook his head at me.
Hey, they're not allowed to. You can say whatever you want as long as you don't put your hand in the field. You can say whatever you want.
Oh, man.
The First Amendment definitely applies at the ball game.
Then do you remember Josh Hamilton?
Yeah, I do.
He was a drug addict, and dude, we were ruthless, bro. Like I was screaming. I'm like, Betty Ford has a bed waiting for you. And my friend had Texas Rangers fans wanting to fight him. Dude, it was wild.
And on that note, support your local football, baseball, and basketball team. The moral of the story is, and
have fun.
I'll go ahead and let you go ahead and start to close that one out, Bert.
All right, everybody. I just want to thank God most of all. Without him, none of this is possible. Thank my family, thank Double D, and thank you guys. Because also without all that, none of this is possible.
And as always, thank you, Bird. Thank our audience. If you stuck around to the end of this one, despite all of the technical difficulties due to the thunderstorms and tornadoes, thank you very much. But most importantly, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And with that, good night, y'all.
Everybody have a good one. Peace.